Hey, did you finish filing the report yet?
Yeah, just finishing it right now. Has the autopsy report come in yet?
Yeah, it just got here.
There was a lot of evidence at the crime scene, and it proved that it was a homicide as well. Like the abrupt stopping in the footprints and the like horse tracks just like spanning out like into the woods. Like it shows that they probably got spooked. Um, and then not to mention like the bloody swords that we found like at the scene as well, and the put out torch.
Yeah, this autopsy is honestly just gruesome. 18 stab wounds? That's insane. There's clearly a motive to get the job done thoroughly. Seems like we should consider more than one murder, as it would be pretty impossible to take down one trained general alone.
Yeah, and it also seems like it was a planned attack rather than a random murder. And given by like the amount of stab wounds, I bet they had more than just like a simple motive to attack him. They also didn't take anything, so we can rule out a robbery gone wrong.
Yeah, let's pin these on the closest people that were near Banquo at the time.
Okay, so we can list Macbeth, um, Ross, Lennox, Fleance, and let's just add on Lady Macbeth as well, just to be safe, not to rule anyone out.
I agree with Lady Macbeth, but Fleance? I don't think Fleance is the murderer.
Yeah, no way could a child stab Banquo, a trained general, 18 times and get away. And not to mention the absurd amount of footprints, and plus they're all different sized.
Yeah, so Fleance is a no-go. He had no weapons, no motive. Let's bring the suspects in for questioning. We'll never really know what's going on in their head, unless we ask.
This is Officer Ruth speaking. The time is 2 p.m. on the date of November 13th. I am here with suspect number 1, Macbeth.
I heard the news. Terrible, just terrible. Who could have done such a thing to my beloved friend?
Okay, let's get straight to the point. Where were you at 9 p.m. yesterday?
I was at my banquet setting up. I have alibis too, such as my wife and my guests. Why would I even kill my best friend? Just think about it. You guys are fools to suspect me. I could get you guys all fired for this accusation.
Okay, let's calm down. We just want some answers. No one is getting accused of anything. Yet. You may go for now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He has access to weapons, but there was no opportunity, and he doesn't seem to have a motive. He definitely showed signs of some worry and a lot of aggression. Suspicious at the least.
This is Officer Justin speaking. The time is 12:15 p.m. on the date of November 13th. I'm here with suspect 2, Lady Macbeth. Lady Macbeth, I've heard that you were at a banquet with your husband. Is this true?
Yes, I was at a banquet.
What were you doing there?
I was there to help out with preparations and make sure everything was in order.
Do you know anyone who may have done this?
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't particularly close to Banquo, so I don't have any idea of who would want to do such horrible things to him.
Alright, thank you for your time. You may go.
This is Officer Ruth speaking. The time is 2:30 p.m. on the date of November 13th. I'm here with suspect number 3, Ross. Ross, I saw that you were a guest on the banquet list. At what time did you arrive?
I arrived a bit before 8:30 p.m. The time of the banquet was supposed to start.
Is there anyone that can confirm your attendance at the banquet?
Yeah, Lady Macbeth was our host, and she saw me. I was also the one to dismiss the rest of the lords at the banquet when His Highness started acting strangely.
Macbeth was acting strangely?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, Banquo hadn't arrived at the banquet yet, but His Majesty kept insisting that he was there, but we couldn't see him. So, because I thought His Highness was sick, I told the rest of the lords to rise, because His Highness is not well.
I see. Well, thank you for your time. You may leave now. Well, now that's new information. Macbeth didn't seem ill to me. Did he seem sick to you?
No, not really. Maybe a bit jittery, but not sick.
And he was saying that he could see Banquo when he wasn't there. That's definitely suspicious, considering the nature of this case.
Yeah, it seems so. But we can rule out Ross, because he was there until the end of the banquet, and I don't think he has any motive for hurting Banquo.
Yeah, let's move on to the next suspect.
This is Officer Justin speaking. The time is 2:37 p.m. on the date of November 13th. I'm here with Suspect 4, Lennox. Lennox, could you tell me where you were between the times of 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. yesterday?
Yes, I was at the banquet at the Macbeth's castle.
Is there anyone who can confirm that for you?
Yes, Ross saw me there, and I also bid good night and good health to His Highness when the banquet was cut short because he wasn't feeling well.
Macbeth wasn't feeling well?
Yes, officer. He seemed a bit spooked, and he claimed to see Banquo, but he wasn't there. I assumed it was he was feeling overwhelmed by the new title and how he obtained the crown. I viewed it as normal that he acted a bit out of character.
I see. Very well then. You may leave. Thank you for your time.
Well, now we have a second person saying that Macbeth was acting weird.
Yeah, but his reasoning did make sense. It has been a rough time for him, but let's keep that on a note and let's move on.
Yes, and we can rule Lennox out as well. He was in the castle during the time of the murder, but that leaves us with nothing. Everyone has an alibi, and there wasn't anyone else left to interview that was close to Banquo. What are we missing?
Let's take a look at the evidence again. Maybe we overlooked something.
Hey, take a look at these swords. It's a bit odd that the swords look of such high quality and brand new. There's also only one blacksmith in the kingdom that can create these quality blades.
Oh, Barry.
Yup, Barry's blacksmith. I'll head there for some answers.
The torches at the scene. Maybe I should find the maker of those torches too. I mean, it can't be that hard, right?
2 hours later.
I've been searching for hours. This has to be the one.
Welcome to Tilly's Torches, where you can buy torches in bulk. How may I help you?
No need for introductions. Just please, do you know where this torch came from?
Ah, I see you have the royal exclusive torch, made only for the king.
Wait, you recognize these? Thank God, finally. And you mentioned something about the king?
Yes, these are the torches specifically made for the king, his troops, and his castle. Why might you ask?
It is confidential, but do you have a business card? It would be really helpful if you do.
Yes, of course. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nope, this is all. Thank you so much for your help. Have a nice day.
Hey Barry, I have a few questions to ask. Do you recognize these swords?
Of course. I would never forget my pieces. Why do you ask?
I'm just wondering when you sold these and to whom.
Ah, yes. Seal and Alois. I was surprised they had the funds to purchase such intricate swords. I sold it to them about 2 days ago. So on November 11th. If you want, I have their receipts. Here you go.
Oh, thank you so much for all of this information. Have a great day.
You too. Come back soon. I got some information on the torches. Apparently they were only made for the king and his troops. I wonder how the murders got them.
Nice work. I got a lead too. I have the receipt from the purchase of the 2 swords by 2 people, CL and Alois. I've asked for them to be brought here. We'll interview them at 6 for some answers. I've got a lot to ask.
Sounds good. I'll go file the evidence in. See you then.
This is Officer Ruth speaking. The time is 6 p.m. on the date of November 13th. I am here with Suspect 5, CL. Have you gotten a new job recently, CL? Or a raise?
No, not really. Although I could use a raise.
I see. And you wouldn't really need a sword right now, right? There aren't any upcoming battles.
Why would I need a sword? To cut my hair? You're funny.
Cut the crap. You bought a very expensive sword 2 days ago from Barry. Don't even try to squirm your way out of this one. You're too poor to be buying swords of this caliber. We know Alois did it too. We're bringing him in as we speak. I say you just admit it. Where were you yesterday? Where were you at 9 p.m. on November 12th?
I was at a banquet.
You? A pauper at a royal banquet? Don't make me laugh. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Easy way, you tell me everything you know.
What's the hard way?
I mean, it's fine for me either way. I get what I need. But do you really want to know?
Fine, I killed Banquo, but I did it because I was paid to do so. It was an undeniable amount of money. I just had to accept. Anyone would. Oh, shoot, I said too much.
Talk. Who hired you? Or are you more afraid of them than you are of us?
I'd rather not say.
Guards, take him away for detainment. CL, you are under arrest for the murder of Banquo. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. We'll begin Aloise's interrogation.
This is Officer Justin speaking. The time is 6:15 p.m. on the date of November 13th. I'm here with suspect 6, Aloise. Aloise, let's skip to the part where you tell me how you knew where Banquo was.
What? What do you mean? Who's Banquo?
We know you killed him already. Seal talked.
That idiot. Yes, I also killed Banquo. Did he mention we were paid?
Yes, he did say that. Was there anyone else there?
Other than us, Banquo and Fleans, there was one other murderer, but we honestly don't know anything about him. He came out of nowhere and claimed he was hired by a sponsor.
Okay, thank you for being truthful. How did you know where Banquo was going to be, and how did you get that torch?
Our sponsor told us where to go and he gave us that torch. I don't really know what else to tell you.
You could tell me who this mysterious sponsor is.
I can't. I've already said too much. You can jail me or execute me, but please, I cannot be caught sharing his identity. He'll torture me until he's satisfied. Please, take me away. There really isn't much else I can tell you.
Very well then. Guards, take him away. Alois, you are under arrest for the murder of Banquo. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Well, this was definitely helpful. It's a good thing these peasants have loose lips.
Got that right. But we've got to figure out who their sponsors. They definitely have something against Banquo, and it's serious enough to send 2 assassins to kill him. And they would also need to have enough money.
Well, let's look back at the torches. They come from the castle. And the swords? Their sponsor paid for them. But who would have that much money to give out?
Well, let's think about the people who lived at the castle. There's Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, their guards, and their servants. Based on Lady Macbeth's interrogation, we can deduce that she doesn't have any reason to hurt Banquo. And their servants and guards wouldn't have any money to sponsor a sword. Plus, we already know that Cyril and Alios were the ones to purchase them. So, that leaves Macbeth.
Yes. And we have Ross and Lennox that said he was acting strange at the banquet, saying that he could see Banquo. That's definitely weird, considering that Banquo was most likely dead by that time, and he wasn't anywhere near the castle.
Yes, weird indeed, and overall suspicious if I'm being honest. Let's bring him in and see if he can clarify some stuff for us.
This is Officer Ruth speaking. I am here with Macbeth for a second interrogation. The time is now 7 p.m.
Why have you called for me again? Did I not tell you that you would get fired for even suspecting me, the king?
Yes, you did, Macbeth. But you see, the law goes above any social status. You could be an emperor and you would still be questioned if we deemed it necessary. So please, shut your mouth and answer a few questions so that we can get to the bottom of your friend's murder. You of all people should want to know who murdered him, should you not?
Very well then. What are your questions?
Did you have any issues with Banquo recently? Any intense arguments or any reason for there to have been any bad blood between you two?
Not really.
Alright then. Would you mind telling me how you were feeling the night of the banquet?
I was feeling, fine. Why do you ask?
Well, we received some information that told us you weren't feeling really well that night. Even the banquet had to be cut short because you weren't feeling well.
Well, yes, that is true. But it wasn't that serious. I was feeling way better after everyone left.
So, seeing your friend when he isn't there is something that happens regularly?
Well, no, but...
I see. Interesting. Now, would you mind telling me why there were castle torches found at the scene?
What? I don't know. Why should I know?
Well, because the torches belong to your castle, and could be instances like this where the torches could be found in the wrong place at the wrong time, and it doesn't really make it look good for you.
Well, I still don't know anything about what they were doing there.
I see. Very well then. Then what can you tell me about Asiel and Aloise?
Who? I don't know anyone by those names.
Really? Because they told us a bit about you, you see.
What did they say?
Oh, just that you supplied them with money to buy the swords found at this crime scene and gave them torches from the castle.
What? That's a lie.
Is it really? Because the way I see it, no one else in the kingdom has enough money to spare like you do. And the torches were from the castle. And from our previous interviews, we determined that it couldn't have been your servants or your wife.
Well, that
Just saved us the trouble and admitted Macbeth. All the evidence points to you anyway. Your motive, whatever that be, needed you to get rid of Banquo. So much that you had to send 2 assassins to kill him. What I want to know is, what is your motive?
I know, I didn't.
Why did you kill your best friend?
Because I had to, okay?
Well, at least you grew the guts to admit it. Now, why did you have to kill Banquo?
Because if I didn't, me being king would mean nothing.
How's that?
The witches said so. They called him the father of kings. What was the point in me becoming king if I wouldn't be able to pass on my crown to my children?
Which is hilarious, but greed really does eat people alive. Whatever your reason is, there are better solutions than taking someone's life.
I know, I'm sorry.
Well, your apologies don't mean anything now, Macbeth. You are under arrest on accounts of contract killing, which has caused the death of Banquo. You have the right to remain silent. Guards, take this killer away.